Psalm 91 is one of the most powerful and well-known passages in the Bible, sought after by thousands in times of fear, distress, and uncertainty. But what is truly behind these words? Do we really understand the meaning of the promises in this psalm? In this video, we will dive deep into each verse, uncovering the spiritual, emotional, and practical power within it. Stay with me until the end, because beyond just understanding what Psalm 91 says, you'll learn how to apply its truths to your daily life, and that could completely change the way you live and face challenges. It's not just a beautiful text, it's a divine code of protection, faith, and trust. And if you've never heard this explanation before, get ready to see this psalm with new eyes. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The psalm starts with a condition to dwell, not just visit, not just call out when things get tough. It's about living in constant communion with God. This teaches us that true protection comes from a continuous, intimate, deep relationship. It's not about religion, it's about permanence. God isn't just a spiritual emergency room for when things go wrong. He is the home we must live in every day. The shadow of the Almighty isn't a temporary shelter. It's the place where we find rest amidst life's battles. Have you been dwelling in that secret place, or have you only made occasional visits? This first verse challenges us to rethink our spiritual routine and our level of intimacy with God. In verse 2, the psalmist declares, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust." This is a confession of faith. It's when you choose to trust, even without seeing. In times of crisis, fear, and uncertainty, what comes out of your mouth? Complaints? Despair? Or words of trust like this one? The power of our words is tied to our faith. When we declare who God is to us, we strengthen our soul. The psalm teaches us that faith must be spoken. It must be lived. To confess with your mouth is more than repeating memorized phrases. It's declaring a deep conviction. So even if everything seems difficult right now, say, "God is my refuge," because that truth has the power to transform your reality. In verses 3 to 6, we see direct promises of deliverance. "Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day." Here we see a God who not only welcomes us, but actively protects us. The snare of the fowler represents hidden traps, situations set up to take us down. The deadly pestilence refers to diseases, plagues, invisible attacks, and God promises to deliver us from all of it. It doesn't mean we won't face difficulties, but none of them will have the power to destroy us while we are under the Most High's protection. There is a spiritual battle happening at all times, but those who dwell in the secret place of the Most High do not walk alone. They walk protected, guarded, and watched over. Verses 7 and 8 are even more striking. "1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you." This verse, really symbolizes God's protective grace in the midst of chaos. Imagine going through storms, pandemics, tragedies, and still standing strong, unharmed. That's what God is promising here. Not because we're better, but because we're covered by something greater. This promise, honestly, is not for those with a weak or wavering faith. It's for those who dwell in the secret place. Remember the condition. It's clear, and the benefit is supernatural. When you make God your dwelling place, your life begins to operate on a different frequency. Heaven's frequency. You're no longer dependent on chance, fate, or luck. You depend on a God who takes care of every detail. In verses 9 to 13, the depth of divine protection expands. "Because you have made the Lord your refuge, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling." Here we see the promise extending to the home, to the family, to everything around us. When a person lives a life of intimacy with God, that protection flows over their house, their children, everything they own. He shall give his angels charge over you. This means there is a heavenly covering operating in our favor 24 hours a day. Angels that do not sleep, do not fail, ready to act when we are in danger. This reality is far beyond what we can understand with our natural mind. It's spiritual. It's supernatural. Finally, verses 14 to 16 close with promises that go beyond protection. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Notice the depth of this sentence. It's not enough to know about God. You must know his name, his character, his essence. That intimate knowledge awakens love, and that love moves God's hand. He promises deliverance, honor, long life, and salvation to those who truly love him. Do you see that Psalm 91 is more than a prayer for protection? It's a lifestyle, a journey of communion, a covenant with the Creator, and that covenant is renewed every day that you choose to dwell in the secret place of the Most High. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs protection, direction, and peace. Psalm 91 is a gift from God to all who choose to live under the wings of the Almighty. And if you want to receive that protection, start today. Read this psalm again, meditate on it, pray through it. Not as a magic formula, but as a commitment of faith and surrender. God is ready to guard you. But the question is, are you willing to dwell in his secret place? Until the next video, God bless you.